So welcome, Rosie and David, Jasmine, and welcome to my presentation. Okay, this is my initial sketch. The concept was family. I really liked the idea of getting the family together and just enjoying a meal, because then you can actually talk to your family. The communication, you can keep a family together that way.
Yep.
So yes, the initial nets, the outer one was fine. That is very, very simple, except from the this one. That was going to be the actual box itself that was going to hold the jars. It's very complicated, and later on I felt the need to change it. My inspiration, as I said, comes from family. When tasting the sauces with you, it reminded me of a holiday that I went on with my family, and we met another English family over there, and we were invited to a stranger to us, but the other family knew them. And after the meal, the host actually said he considered us as his family. So I felt that was actually very, very nice, and the host's wife was very, very caring. So yes, this is where the inspiration came. Again, like I said, the box functionality, with the complicated initial design, it didn't really open at all without breaking it. So then I went on to the top left, but then the outside window was far too thin. Then went to the bottom left, where I made a mistake and the third tab in wasn't thick enough. Then on the third image, the biggest one, it worked, and I have the padding on either side, so the jars have room to move around. However, the problem with this idea is obviously you have to use more card and it becomes bigger. So I thought it'd be best if just to reduce it to the simpler one. But going back to this one, top left, both of these actually have a secure locking mechanism, so otherwise they will drop out. The design, this was initial. As you can see, there's far too much going on with the illustration behind the nutritional information. So I discarded that. And the second one is the one that you all saw last time. I got rid of the blue because it's not relevant, and incorporated and refined it and developed it into this one, where I then started actually looking more into the nutritional information as well. Because you can have, on the jars there's like separate ones, but then I thought you need to sort of incorporate it into one to save space. So I went to Marks and Spencer's and actually took pictures of some nutritional tables to see how they actually presented it themselves. And yes, I did find one or two examples that incorporated all the flavours. So this is my almost the final design, where I have the slogans, well, not exactly slogans, but phrases. You can't exactly see them. They will say, Tenerife sun on your plate, scrumptious saucy sensation, and also traditional Tenerife taste. That's on the next one. So yeah, this is my final design. It does have the locking mechanism. I have asked for a quote for the box, and currently it is £884 for 2,000 copies, and it's £1,515 for 5,000 copies. And this was from Falkland Press. But they can't do the acetate window. That's the only thing they couldn't do. And it's in 650 microns. That's the heaviest they could do, as it does need to be quite sturdy. So, yes. The polka dots do have a texture to them. As you said last week, David, the green, this illustration did need to look more like the one, like the original one, which I have done. Yeah. The only bit I have added is this. So, yes, it now does say sauce or dip, says there's 4 jars, and also the flavours. So yeah, and these are some pictures of it finished.
Well done. Do you want to say anything first?
You can start, Dave.
I think you need to be a little bit more composed when you're presenting. Just take deep breaths and just relax and just feel that we're all naked or something. Just it's and I think that'll come across better. I think from last week it's a huge,
yes, definitely
beyond huge improvement. Still a way to go, but it's measurable.
Yeah.
Now, there's certain things that I could do to change this, but I've been doing this 15 years. And you've been doing it 6 months or something. So fantastic effort. I think that for me this would be here, because at the minute if you were looking on shelf from there it would just say traditional Tenerife taste.
I was thinking
and it
about
doesn't mean anything to anybody. Whereas sauce dip times 4, you've got the flavours, you've got the thing. That's what people want to see on the shelf. They won't see it from above, they'll see it from here.
Yeah.
Acetate window is good because you can seal the product. It's not necessary because the jars are sealed,
Yeah.
so you'd save money if you didn't have it,
Yeah.
and people could just kind of look and it'd be fantastic. Like the fact that you've gone into store. What you could have done at the same time is cheekily put this onto the shelf and taken some pictures and said, honestly, what does that look like on a shelf? So you're kind of halfway there, so that's good. I like the fact that you've thought about copy and it sounds nice, it rolls off the tongue, which is great. You've obviously got printed quotes, you've thought about the weight of the card, so that's great. All in all, and again for me, you'd never print text over polka dots because you can't read it. So for me, and this is for everybody, on a back of pack, keep it simple. Have a reduced colour. You don't have to have the same saturation. You could do a 50% tint of the colour. And it's all about the back of pack information. It's still nice to have some touches, some little squiggles in the corner, but the information needs to be read. And it's very, at the minute, I would struggle to read that in store because it's your black printed over your red, over your polka dots. But listen, it's detail. And, you know, I think if I give you another week with this, you'd then do another giant stride. So, so big well done.
I agree with what David said. I really like the box. I think it's a fantastic presentation box. And it has come on leaps and bounds since the last one. And in terms of ease of access, I think the last one we were looking at, it was a bit difficult to actually slide the thing out and then how you opened it up the top. So I think that's fantastic. It's worked really, really well. And again, the dress is very nice. My only thing here is with the Tenerife taste, because obviously then it's marginalising it just to Tenerife, and we've got a flamenco Andalusian dress on the front. It's Spanish, so we have to make sure it's a Spanish, traditional Spanish sauce. Just because obviously it's the Andalusian influences as well as the Canary Island influence. So unless we put both, Canary Island and and Andalusian.
It's about developing that copy to say, a tremendous fusion of Canary and flamenco, soul and passion, all of those kind of things.
Yeah.
You can't drop enough passions in there, I think.
No, exactly. Again, that's something that we can, we can have a look at. Again, if you had more time, you'd be doing that as well from the feedback. So no, very, very good. And you've got a great talent for the drawings as well. Obviously, very good at your art, your artwork.
Thank you.
So, no, very good. Fantastic.
I think the spots really do stand out.
Yeah, they do.
It's funny that you've been in a huge almost circle of doing design, and then kind of come back to something quite simple. But sometimes simple is best.
Simple is best.
I'm still slightly concerned with this kind of stripe and the band. For me, it doesn't kind of connect with the rest of the brand identity. Saying that though, this project for me was always about, and what's been really new for all of you guys, and this goes out to everybody, is the practicality of things, you know. And I think we've had to focus more on the practicality sometimes than the creativity of things. And what you've done is covered all of those kind of bases really well in the way that the package opens, locks, contains the product and things like that. So that's all I wanted to add.
I think, Daniel, I'll pick up on that because I
Yeah,
totally agree with what you just said. And I was speaking to Ollie about this earlier. Anybody can go out there and design the wildest, craziest, funkiest packaging, okay? I've seen it all on here. It doesn't mean it's going to sell and it doesn't mean it's right. Sometimes the most simplest, stripped back messages are the ones that are going to sell and work commercially. So don't always think I've got to fill everything with texture and colour and polka dots and text. You know, let the packaging breathe, let the packaging say what it's got to say, but also let it have some breathing space, which I think you've got a really good balance.
Okay.
Okay, sorted. Next.
Brilliant, thanks ever so much.
Thank you.